Hey there, it's Matt. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about a deal that we were working on that just fell through because of government, right? Government gets in the way. So, if anybody here does work in Pennsylvania, particularly Pittsburgh, you know that Pittsburgh is really a nightmare to buy and sell houses. Every little borough, every little area in Pittsburgh, they have their own stupid rules and regulations that just make things terribly difficult, which is why there's a lot of houses in disrepair, because people can't comply with many of these stupid regulations. So a seller reached out to us about almost a month ago, right? So they have this house, they just need to get rid of it. It's been in the family for years. It's been vacant for 10 years, right? In those 10 years, it has become a storage facility. It is filled to the brim. And unfortunately, what happens with vacant houses that don't have any utilities? They become havens for animals as well, right? So this is a house that in all reality probably should be taken down and rebuilt, right? So, but it's hard to do that anywhere, especially in Pennsylvania. We can fix these houses up and get them resold. So we came to an agreement. We were going to purchase the house for $5,000, right? To fix it up and sell it, it's probably only going to be worth $70,000 or $75,000, and it probably needs $70,000 worth of work, to be honest with you. But we found a contractor to work with us, and then in the end, they would end up keeping it probably as a rental, which is the only reason they would be able to purchase it, because literally the rehab is probably $70,000 to $75,000. And the house is probably worth, in the end, $75,000 to $80,000. So this isn't even a great flip, but we were able to help the buyer out and help the seller out. And we had a contractor who was willing to work with us, and we'll split the deal. And then they'll keep it. It would work for them, right? So fast forward a couple of weeks, we're going through title, we're going through all of the normal process, and the town inspectors say, well, we need to come in and we need to do a building inspection, and we also need to do a plumbing inspection, and part of that plumbing inspection is to put dye through the pipes and see where the dye goes. Basically, they're trying to prevent pollution, water pollution and land pollution around the houses. Understandable. Okay, we make appointments. We have people show up to the house. And guess who does not show up? The inspectors. Whatever. So, takes all day to get through to the buildings department. They're not answering their phones, not answering their telephones or emails, anything. And then, oh yeah, you know what? We decided we weren't going to come because we've realized that house is really not livable. Like, we know it's not livable. A contractor is buying it to basically gut it and make it livable. And we had people show up to the house because you said we had to have people show up to the house, and then you don't show up to the house, right? So we go back and forth, and then they say, yeah, well, the problem is that we need a dye test in the plumbing, and we're not going to go in the house until the house is cleaned out. It's not good for our plumber to go in. So now we're at a problem here that the clean out is probably $5,000 or $6,000 to clean the house out. And then they say, you know what? We're also not going to let title pass to a new buyer until the house passes the plumbing inspection, which means that whoever is buying this house has to put the money in to clean the house out, $5,000 or $6,000, then do the plumbing test, another $400 or $500. And chances are it's going to fail the plumbing test because it's been vacant for 10 plus years, which we know is part of our build, right? But then you've got to fix that plumbing, which could be another 10 grand before you can buy it. So the town will not let a person come in and buy the house to fix it up until about $10,000 worth of work is done to the house. And I don't care who you are, there's not a person or a company or a business in the world that is going to come in and spend 7, 8, 10 grand on a house that they do not own, fixing it up and making, whatever upgrades are needed by the town so that you can then buy it. The town said the other option is the owners can just deed it back to the city and they'll take it, which is why there's tons and tons of property all over Pittsburgh that is just desolate because people are stuck in this conundrum. And the only way we could make it work was literally if we were to just take the property for free. And even that wouldn't even work, because we still would have to do all this work ahead of time. And so our contractors that we were working in, they backed out, said it wasn't a viable deal, and there was really not much that we could do. And I had to call the seller back and say, I'm sorry, there's literally nothing that we can do. We have called everywhere and then some, all the plumbing inspectors and the building inspectors in the town, trying to get a waiver, because we know that the house needs all this work. No one's going to try to avoid the work. We're going to buy it, gut it, fix the plumbing, fix the electrical, fix the roof, do the bathrooms, do the kitchens, right? We're going to make this a nice house on the block so that somebody could buy it, or in this case, I think they were probably going to hold on to it as a rental or a seller finance deal, all right? Instead, it's going to continue to be the vacant house on the block, stuffed with crap, home for animals, and no one can do anything with it because the government won't let the title pass until tons of work is done to it. And the sellers are not in the position to do that. They don't have the money to do that. They don't have the money to spend 10 grand. And then after they spend that 10 grand, it's not going to be worth 10 grand. We still have to do another 60 or 70 grand worth of work to it. So very tough situation. I'm still working with them. We're trying to figure out some other avenues, but in all reality, this is a situation where we're not going to be able to help somebody. And that bothers me. I like to be able to help people. I like to be able to, at a minimum, if I can't help you, I want to point you in a direction where you can get help. This week I spoke to 10 sellers, right? I only made an offer on one house. The rest I referred out to other people that could serve them better, real estate agents, other opportunities to keep their homes and not sell them, right? I want to help you. In this situation, I don't even know what to do to help these people. It's really a tough spot. But I thought it was an interesting one to put a video out for. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any ideas on maybe how to help these people, let me know. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.